Bump, 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 bump. For our latest review, today we went and saw Mission Impossible Rogue Nation. In the latest Mission Impossible sequel, Ethan and his team take on their most impossible mission yet, eradicating the Syndicate, an international rogue group as highly skilled as they are and trained to destroy them.
So, you know, with Mission Impossible films, you're going to be getting some pretty awesome action sequences, and this one does not let up.
No, the action sequences seem to get better with every movie as they go along. I mean, technology advances, so you expect that, but the stunts and everything that goes along with it, not just the CGI.
You gotta give it to Tom Cruise. He does all his own stunts. He went up 30,000 feet and they filmed that with IMAX cameras strapped to the airplane, him having special contact lenses in it, his eyes. It looked great, and he's really committed to all these roles that he takes on. He's one of the best actors working nowadays.
Yeah, it was a great promotion for the movie. Was they released the video of him actually doing it. It was, I think, it enticed a lot of people to see this movie that maybe wouldn't have before. In a day and age where so much is CGI, it's pretty cool to see somebody doing their own stunts in a big way.
The sound in those scenes are great. Everything, there's an underwater sequence in this film, and there's like no score, but just his breathing you can kind of hear, and the ticking away, the suspense that it builds, and the stuff that's around him has sound to it. It's really well done.
The shots of the guns all sounded really good. They never sounded fake at all. The sound of the motorcycle, they did some really like close-up shots of the motorcycle, and then they encapsulated the sound of a motorcycle so well when it revved up. And the BMWs, you could really hear those notes hitting whenever they were firing up the engine on the BMW. Just everything. The sound on this movie was maybe one of my most favorite parts. During some of the chase scenes, they used a lot of really tight POV shots so that you could get close up on it.
Yeah, right.
And, or they did some like dashboard camera stuff, and then they did just like some just from the first person point of view.
The intensity of the chase sequence, they made it look like it was going so fast. You really felt that they were going 90 miles an hour down these highways, veering left and right to avoid traffic. It really engrosses you and gets you into the film. I love that aspect about this. The scenes like with the wire work they had to use when they're fighting on top of scaffolding in an opera, it looked really good.
Yeah, the scene where they were underwater that we discussed before, I really have picked my brain for a long time trying to think how they shot that, because although there's been a lot of action sequences underwater before, there's been James Bond movies that have done it, there's been a number of others. This one was like prolonged. It was really tense. There was a lot of special effects going on, and I never felt the CGI kicking in at all. It looked like they were just actually shooting it.
Now, this film to me faltered just a little bit. I was watching this film, and throughout probably 60%, 70% of this film, I'm thinking, man, this is 9 out of 10 material for me. This is great. I thought the ending, when it gets to the back half, it drags a little bit. It gets a little more convoluted because they're getting into more plot details. The ending gets a little wrapped up too nicely and fast.
Well, I'll agree with you that I thought the ending was a little weird, and I'm not going to give any plot points away with that by any means. But one thing that both this movie and the last Mission Impossible suffer from a little bit is that I think they could probably end this movie like 20 minutes before that.
Definitely.
I don't know. It gets a little extended at some parts, and it was unnecessary.
The action's relentless in the first half, and that they ramp themselves up so high that it takes it down kind of slow, and then it'll go back up.
Again, though, I want to be clear. We thought this movie was great, and the criticism that we have are very, very minor. If you have the opportunity to go see this movie in IMAX, see it in IMAX. It's great.
It's beautifully shot. Cinematography looks awesome. They have great locations. This jumps all over the place for the locations of the film.
This movie is why IMAX was made. It's for movies like this.
Open the door! Come on. Yeah, I'm trying. Benji, open that door right now! Oh my God!
So with Mission Impossible Rogue Nation, Tom Cruise is always at his best when he's playing Ethan Hunt. The action sequences are phenomenal, from when they're underwater to 30,000 feet in the air. Really sells you on the action. The special effects really nail it. It's an entertaining time to watch in theaters. It gets a little convoluted and drags a tiny bit for me. For that reason, I'm going to give this 8 out of 10 reels. Go see this in theaters, though. It is a great time, and you'll definitely feel it's worth it.
All right, I'm pretty close with you. I like this movie. I like it a lot. I liked seeing it in IMAX. The sound was good. Chase scenes were good. All the stunts were good. Tom Cruise was good. Simon Pegg was good. Ving Rhames was good. Everything in this movie was good to me. Could it have been a little bit shorter? Yeah. Because was there a few little holes in the plot? Sure. But still very good and maybe one of the best Mission Impossible movies. I'm really close between this one and the last one. I want to give it 9 reels out of 10 on this for sure.
So this has been our review on Mission Impossible Rogue Nation.
If you like this review, make sure that you like and subscribe down
below.
Thanks, guys. This has been The Real Report with Ryan and Ryan.